Peace, blessings, and abundance, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Sacred Birth Sessions. I am Jessica Pierre, birth doula, educator, and creator of the Sacred Birth Blueprint. This space is for women who want more than just surface level advice and who want to feel more informed, grounded, and confident, not blindsided when it's time to give birth. So, take a breath, settle in, and let's get into today's session. So I want to talk about something that a lot of people think they understand, but don't always fully see. And that's what a doula actually does. Because it's more than just being there. So a lot of people think the doula replaces your partner or that we're just there for support during labor, but it's way deeper than that. Excuse me. A doula does not replace your partner. We support the actual system of birth. And when I say system, I don't mean like we support the hospital system or the birth center system or anything like that. It's just birth on a whole as far as birth doulas go. So what I do as a doula, it starts way before labor even begins. So that's helping you to understand your options. And notice I say understand rather than understand. It's helping you feel prepared as much as possible and also helping you think through your birth experience. I like to call myself my client's birth bestie. Because I tell them like, hey, I understand that you can only contact your provider between a certain amount of hours, 8 to 5 or whatever the case may be. And sometimes you don't even get a response at all, depending on your provider. And it's kind of like, delayed gratification, I guess. So my clients, they text me at any time. If I see it, I will answer it because I take my phone with me all the time. I'm always on call. But to answer questions, just simple things that you may just need reassurance for, or just need clarity in that moment. Just be there, be that type of person that can, support you at all times, not just during work hours or during labor and things like that. And again, sometimes it could just be like the simplest question. So that is why I am here. I didn't have a doula when I was pregnant with my son, and God knows I needed one. So I became that person. For me, this is more than just birth. It's my life's purpose. It's the calling that I have on my life. Everything. I love everything birth. Now, postpartum, that's a whole nother ball game. I learn as I go. I have, basic knowledge. I am a mother, so I know how to take care of babies, but things change, and as some of you may know, my son is 18 years old. So it's been quite a while. So if I have clients who ask about certain brands of pumps or, baby car seats or wraps and things like that, I know who to send them to. And that's not me. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. If I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know, but I will find out, or I will connect you to whomever can give you the answers that you're looking for. So during labor, I am here not just to only be there, but it's also to help you stay grounded, physically supporting you, changing positions and, even getting you something to drink or whatever, helping you move through your contractions, staying mobile, staying, in a moving flow. Also keeping the environment calm. There's a lot going on. You can be tired. Sometimes a lot of moms apologize for things that they shouldn't be apologizing for, and ask so many questions like, hey, am I doing this right? Things like that. And I'm also here to help you listen to your body, because you are that expert of your body. No one can tell you what's best for your body but you. And I'm also here to remind you of what you said you wanted. I've talked about like epidurals in the past. There's moms who go into it and say, no, I don't want an epidural. And then when they get down to it, they're like, wait, nope, give it to me. Where's the anesthesiologist? Call them in here. I will need them now. you know? And it's okay to change your mind. It is absolutely okay to change your mind. And that's what I'm here for, to help reassure you in that aspect. I've had moments where just being present and grounded helps to shift the energy completely. Like moms who, again, plan on getting the epidural, there's not much physically that has to be done, because mom's in the bed most of the time, and we're just changing positions from left side to right side to sitting up, or if they have control over their legs, they can get on hands and knees and things like that. So honestly, I kind of feel useless until the baby is born, because there's not much that I could do. That's how I used to feel. But again, just by being present, and like once baby's born, mom's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Even dads, thank you so much for being here. I've gotten hugs, I've gotten handshakes, all kinds of things, just for being there, clarifying options and helping them to make sound decisions as things go, breaking things down so that they understand what is going on and what is happening in the scenario. So just by physically being there helps out a lot. And I learn this every time I go in for a birth and have a family thank me just for being there. In the early stages, I'm like, oh, I didn't get to do anything. How did I help? Blah, blah, blah. But again, that calming spirit and that calming energy helps way more than people think. I also support your partner, helping them to understand how to support you. I'll show partners what comfort measures are and how to do like the double hip squeeze and different comfort measures, how to massage you, how to put that counter pressure on your back when you're contracting, how to hold you up when you're squatting, or even just allowing them to be present and let mom and their partner just flow naturally. Giving them space to be present without feeling overwhelmed. If they need to step out for a minute because they're overwhelmed, cool, I got you. I'm right here. I'm out there making sure, hey, did you drink? Did you eat? Did you need to go to the cafeteria? Go ahead, do your thing. Step out if you need to. I will be here. So I not only support mom, but I also support their partner or whoever their support person is. And in the operating room, again, there's only one hospital in my area that allows both the partner and a doula to be in the operating room during a C-section. So in that instance, I will allow the partner just to be present and there for their spouse. And I kind of switch roles and become a birth photographer. I take a lot of the candid photos for memories and stuff, and I do that not because that is a requirement, because doulas don't have to do any of that, but I do that because I don't have any pictures or video from my birth, and I wish I did. These are great memories to have, so I take the candid photos and I send them to them before I leave the hospital, just to make sure that they have something to remember. And again, just being that person there for reassurance. A C-section is a major surgery, and to help mom breathe through, the surgery if she has anxiety or anything, or to communicate with the anesthesiologist or the baby nurse or whomever, I kind of get in where I fit in that instance. Another big part is the emotional support. Helping you feel seen, helping you feel heard, and then helping you stay connected to yourself in that moment. This is a really big experience, and helping you to stay connected to yourself and listen to your body and listen to your intuition while taking the suggestions into consideration. But again, you are the master at your body. This is yours, Pregnancy and labor is hard. It can be hard. There's some people who make this look like a breeze. But it can be very hard, and it can take a toll on you mentally, physically and emotionally, and having reassurance there to let you know, hey, you're doing a great job, you've got this. It really helps a lot. And I know a lot of moms, they're like, oh my God, you're just saying that. It may feel like it, but you got this. You're doing everything you need to do. You're moving, you're breathing, you're switching positions, you're doing everything you need to. And sometimes they just need to hear that. And I will say it over and over and over again to reassure you, yeah, you're doing great. You're doing way better than you think you are, especially in those moments where you come down to transition, when you're about to start pushing, you're almost fully dilated or whatnot, when your contractions are coming back to back. Thug it out, sis. You got this. You got this. You would not believe how much that matters in those moments for moms, even partners. You're doing great. High five, dad. Support your wife, support your partner. You're doing great. All of that matters, and it definitely makes a difference. Trust me, I've had plenty of conversations with families after the fact. And one of the biggest things is helping you to feel like you're a part of what's happening, not just like things are just happening to you. I'm here to tell you your options and to help you ask clarifying questions again, because sometimes you're in that moment, or even beforehand, you don't know what questions to ask because you don't know what can take place. So that is my role. I make sure that you have everything you need as best as possible. And if something changes in the midst of it, if I'm not at the hospital or the birth center yet, call me. I'll be on the phone while the midwife or the OB is having their conversation with you and explaining what's going on. And if I need to jump in and ask a question, I sure will. My main goal is to make sure that you have the best experience that you can. And that changes how birth feels in a major way. And this is why I'm so passionate about preparation, because the more prepared that you feel, the more supported you feel in those moments, no matter how you deliver your baby. At the end of the day, a doula isn't there to take over your experience. We are simply here to support you through it. You're in charge. You make the decisions ultimately, within reason, of course. But that's what we're here for. We're here to help support you through it. So, if this episode helped you feel a little more clear, a little bit more grounded, or a little bit more prepared, I'm so glad that you are here. Please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next session. And if this resonated with you, please, please, please share this with someone who you know might need it. I will talk to you in the next one. Peace, blessings, and abundance.